What is up, you guys? In this video today, I am going over the absolute best dividend stocks that you can buy under $50 because you know your girl's all about a deal. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. But you already know, if you are new here, what is going on? My name is Nikki, and it would mean the freaking absolute world to me if you would consider subscribing by hitting the MV in the bottom corner or the OG red subscribe button right underneath the video. Join the crew, join the journey. I post a minimum 2 videos a week on this channel. I use my hands way too much, and I really just like to talk about investing, money, stocks, finance, side hustle, making money. Honestly, I just like to talk about making money, having fun. I try to entertain along the way and educate. So if that is something that you're into, or if you just love hanging out with me half as much as I love hanging out with each and every single one of you, please consider subscribing. Y'all, this was hard for me, okay? I really had to break out some books, and by books, I mean the internet, some documents, some articles, some research. And I want to disclaim one thing for you though. I don't want to bore you with like the typical good choices like AT&T and like a Coca-Cola. I mean, we already know those are really, really good companies and awesome dividend stocks under 50 bucks. I wanted to kind of, you know, cast a net out there, see if I could catch anything fun, fresh, and new. I like to think that I came up with 3 really good dividend stocks under $50 that may or may not surprise you. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright guys, so the first stock is one that I actually already own a couple shares of, and by a couple, I think 5 or 6. I will be holding this long term in my portfolio, and it's one that I feel at this point is pretty undervalued, and its payout ratio is freaking bomb.com. If you don't know what a payout ratio is, it's basically the amount of earnings that the company pays their shareholders back in the form of dividends. So essentially, basic math here, if their payout ratio is like 100%, they're using all of their money to pay out shareholders, which means that shit probably ain't gonna stick around very long, or it's gonna get cut a lot, or what have you. Basically, you want a company with a low PO ratio. Normally 60 and below is bomb, but 80 and under is still really good depending on the company and kind of like how you feel about the overall business and whatnot. And another thing with a low PO ratio is the fact that they can grow their dividend. They have more wiggle room to grow their dividend out and basically just pay you more money. And as dividend investors, you know we freaking love that. Alright. But the stock is Pfizer. So Pfizer is in the healthcare. It's a hot ticket item right now. You know, with that macaroni situation going on out there in the world, its current dividend yield is at a 4.05%. Its payout ratio is only 51%, which is awesome. That shows great opportunity for more money in your damn pocket. It's been paying and growing its dividends for a minimum of 10 years. And the operational cash flow currently right now is outweighing the debts that the company have. So basically, that's a really good sign because you want to make sure you have enough cash on the sidelines to pay those debts, or if you have any issues going on, that you have enough money basically to take care of it. And you already know the drill about me and numbers. Numbers are one thing, they're very important as a dividend investor, but there are pretty much 2 big reasons why I love Pfizer. Number 1, it is one of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies, and we like large and in charge, okay? We like power, we like domination, we like big old biggity bigs. And the second thing that I really like about Pfizer, which is something that I had already mentioned and touched on a different company that I talked about in this video, but basically the fact I geek out to medicine and healthcare and, you know, just helping people in that way. And they focus on internal medicine, they focus on inflammation and immunology, which for me is very important because that's autoimmune diseases and things like that, like rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, hypothyroid, hyperthyroid, lupus. I mean, the list goes on and on. Autoimmune diseases, I have one, so it's very, you know, kind of close to my heart, and I can appreciate that, and I just, like I say, geek out to it a little bit. Rare diseases, oncology, and most importantly, especially for this time, is vaccines. Now, you already know the race to a vaccine is hot right now. There's tons of companies coming out. I know J&J has some on the back burner. They're more of your typical like flu-like vaccine that you would get. There are some, I believe, by Moderna that are more of a RNA, which is more genetic, so like goes in and like actually works on the cell DNA level. Those are a little bit more risky, but all in all, let's just say there is a race going on right now to try to find a vaccine to get us and our economy back to normal. If Pfizer can produce one of these, which theirs is going to be, like I said, that RNA one, which is a little bit higher risk but could cause straight immunity for some people, that for me obviously will shoot them way high in the growth category, but also then they may be able to raise dividends way more than they wanted to. They may be able to sustain that growth and dividend growth for years and years to come. I mean, you never know, could be a straight flop, but very, very recently, like I am filming this on July 24th, and on July 22nd, they announced an agreement with the US government about their RNA vaccine, and I believe they ordered like 100 million, maybe, I saw 600 million in my notes somewhere, but let's just say minimum 100 million doses to be able to give out to people once they have that many produced. So there are things right now that Pfizer is doing that I think if they can pull it off, like I said, there's almost every healthcare pharmaceutical type drug company is working on this issue, but it's just a bonus in the back of their pocket. So that mixed with obviously the great history of the dividend itself, the growth of it, the undervalue that I think it's at right now, and just the fact that they're healthcare, I geek out to it, and I just really like to stay up to date and keep on top of and kind of rally behind companies and businesses that work on the betterment of people who suffer and helping people. Maybe not healing them, I mean that would be great, but for right now at least helping those that are suffering, and that is huge for me. So Pfizer's definitely on a list. Suggest that you check it out, add it to your watch list. I don't know, do your own research. I mean, just give it a look. All right, y'all, before we get into the next two stocks, can you please just smash the damn thumbs up button just for Pfizer, you know, being Pfizer, working in that healthcare. Can we all just geek out to the fact that, you know, there are people out there and companies out there, obviously, yes, they're doing it because of profits, but also because people are suffering and they need help. So just smash the thumbs up button, you know, for those companies and people trying to help people. You know, we just all need some damn help. All right, moving right along, you guys, the next two stocks I don't currently own. The third one, which I think is like the best one out of this whole group, so make sure you stick around for that. And this next one is a little bit controversial. It is a great dividend stock. It has great history. It has a pretty decently high dividend yield, and it claims that it is trying to produce healthier products for its consumer and kind of erasing its negative kind of consumer health issues, I guess you could say. I just find it kind of funny given the industry it's in and what it actually does. I probably personally would not invest in it just because of don't want to support something that I don't really believe in, but I can't lie. If I got over that, this would be a good ad. I believe in any dividend portfolio, and that is British American Tobacco, BTI. And yes, this is a UK stock. It's currently trading around the $36 mark. Pfizer, I forgot to mention Pfizer, I believe is around the 37 at this point. Its current dividend yield is about a 7.7%. Its current payout ratio is a 78%, which is a little bit high, but still under the 80. And when I did some research and what have you, there was a projected 2023 year payout ratio percentage for them, and that was actually 63%. So I don't know what they think is going to be happening. Maybe some of these healthier alternatives will be coming to market. Maybe people will want to get healthier. Maybe people want to kick an addiction. I mean, I don't know. I can't say. But the projection, obviously no one knows. You never know. And it's kind of cool to see that that is going to be dropping, which makes me think they're going to have just more earnings and more revenue. And they are in the top 25% for dividend payers in the UK market. So that's really cool. I always really like to try to focus on the top 25% in the US market, but I find, you know, I would branch out a little, go a little international and hop over the pond and get a little UK action in here. I will admit the 7.7% payment has been a little bit volatile, but like they have been consistently paying a dividend. So, you know, I mean, I don't mind, you know, make up your own mind. And the last thing that I absolutely love about it is that the debt is covered by the cash flow. Make the money flow, make the money show. We just like a company with cash. You wanna see some man, we gonna see some cash. You know that song? Tell me down below that you know that song. You wanna see some man, I wanna see some cash. And look, I'm gonna put personal reasons aside because I don't believe in companies and things that produce bad, unhealthy things for people. But at the same time, I also invest in McDonald's, and I would invest in Anheuser-Busch or something like that, and that's still really not good for people. So I mean, I think it's just a personal preference, and for me, cigarettes are just kind of like, no shame if you do it though, no shame, just not for you, girl. So with those personal things aside, I think they're a great investment just because of the powerhouse that they are in the tobacco industry, just point blank period. I mean, yes, they're kind of profiting on people's unhealthy addiction to cigarettes, but you know, they're claiming that they are trying to make healthier alternatives. I don't know if that's like an e-cig or what have you. I checked out their website and there was like just stuff, to be honest with you, I didn't really understand. I don't know that world like that, but they are claiming they're trying to do better. And they have been around since 1902, and any company that's been around for that long has gone through that much stress in the economy. I mean, granted, it's a UK company. I don't really know like great deals about UK history, but I mean, if you've been around that long, probably gone through some shit, and you're still alive and and thriving and pretty much #1 in the industry. And I am going to read a little tidbit here that I definitely don't want to mess up, and it kind of goes into the whole healthier alternative. So they're saying here, while cigarettes will be at the core of our business for some time, we aim to generate an increasingly greater proportion of our revenues from products other than cigarettes and thereby reduce the health impact of our business. Who am I to turn down a dream? Who am I to shut that down? I mean, I highly encourage you to kind of check it out. I mean, if you're having like a moral dilemma, which, I mean, this is business, to be honest with you, and like numbers don't lie, but like you have to kind of rally and stick behind and believe in the company. So if you were like me in that sense, you may not want to invest in a company like this, but from a business perspective, they're kind of a heavy hitter. I kind of touched about the whole McDonald's thing and Anheuser-Busch and spirits and liquor. You know, my dad works for a small little company called Anheuser-Busch. He was a national sales account manager for the country, and he always told me that the beer business was a great business to be in because A, people drink when they're sad. B, people drink when they're happy. I mean, if you like you a cold one at the end of the day, then you're gonna do what you got to do. If you're happy, if you're sad. It proved to be a very profitable and great business. So I can totally understand this whole tobacco industry. It's pretty much kind of the same thing, just a different outlet. So if you are strictly looking at your dividend plays on a business only level and a money making machine level, I highly suggest you check out the website, pull up some research, really look into BTI. It might be something you want to add. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get to my most favorites of the list. Do you guys think you know what it is? If you guys think you know what it is, pause the video right now. Comment down below what the heck you think it is. I'll wait. My hair crazy though. No, go ahead, keep typing. Okay, are you done yet? You didn't really do it, did you? Okay, let's just get into the third stock. So this one very recently caught my attention, and that is Discover. And not like the Discovery Channel, but like Discover Financial Service, like Discover Card. And now I realize at this current moment in time, they're trading at $50 and like 80 cents or 85 cents or and that's technically not under $50, but to CYA myself, I scripted this video a couple days ago and it was like 48 bucks or something like that. Okay, so don't, if you're gonna buy some $50, no, we'll have one more red day and it'll be under $50. So you guys, here are some stats, you're gonna freaking love it. So the dividend right now is a 3.71% in the payout ratio, 25%. Are you serious? I mean, mama likes that. There is plenty of room for this to grow, plenty of room for you to make more dough. The price earnings growth ratio is 0.8%, which, long story short, that shows that it is undervalued right now. It's a sale. We bargain shopping. Its dividend payouts have been increasing and stable in at least the last 10 years. So if I get that growth potential slash capital gains slash just getting back probably those pre-COVID levels plus the dividend payments, I mean, need I say anymore? Yes, and I'm going to. I'm going to tell you why. Oh, girl. I'm going to tell you why I like it other than just those friggin' stats. One, the longevity of this company. It was founded in 1986. Its ROE, the return on equity, is routinely higher than those of its peers and its competition. They claim on their website that they are trying to become the leading digital bank. They have some awesome credit cards with some perks like the Discover It card. I think there's like an NHL card. They partnered with the NHL. You know, they got a few different kind of cards. Low annual fees, no annual fees, no fees in general. So they got some good smorgasbord of credit cards for you to look at. Look, the all in all about Discovery and Discovery Card and why it's on my list right now is because of the fact that I feel it is pretty undervalued. I mean, it is absolutely no secret that the financials, the banks getting hit extremely hard. I mean, American Express, JP Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America, I mean, they all are down. Things are hard. Life is hard for them right now. So I think that that proposes a very good buying opportunity for us long-term dividend investors who plan on holding stocks and companies and positions for minimum of like 3 to 5 years, but I'm thinking like 10, 15, 20 years and maybe even more. I think it really shows a great buying opportunity for us, and that is why it's on my list, even though it's currently 82 cents above $50 right now, because prior to COVID it was like in the 80s. So I mean, you buy one at 50, it goes back just pre-COVID levels, you're making 30 bucks just like that, plus the dividends that obviously have room to grow. So I don't know, what do y'all think? Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Please let me know down below. Let me know what your favorite stock, dividend paying stock under $50 is down in the comments below. Please, if you didn't already, please just tap the thumbs up button. You just don't even know how much it helps, and it just makes this whole thing more of a reality for me. And you guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are the real MVP. Come here, you know I love you. And you guys, do me a quick last favor. YouTube's about to show you a video that it thinks that you are gonna find great value in and that you are going to enjoy. So please go ahead and watch that when it pops up in the screen in about 10 seconds. And as always, you guys, enjoy the journey, whatever your journey is. And always remember to do what sets your hearts on fire. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.